Hello, I'm Boily Ben and welcome to today's episode. And today we are at Alderwoods Ponds in West Sussex. And I was going to title this video as being a runs water, which I may do. And if you've seen the title, it means we've got a lot of fish. But I've been here before and always done well. So I thought I'd come here today to get a few bends in the rod, try out some PVA bag stuff. Fish are jumping over there, and yeah, I've got some new sticky hemp oil to use. And anyway, cut a long story short, I've got it, I've set up, well, I'm not even quite set up. I've put one rod out and I've got one in the net straight away immediately. So let me show you that. It's not a monster, but yeah, here it is. So we fished it just out to the margin, just over here, which I saw fish there immediately because it was blatantly obvious with the reeds going about. Another fish has just topped over there. Yeah, and it was in for about 5 minutes and we've got one in there. So let's get him out, have a little look at him. And yeah, I think the guy next door to me might be into a fish as well. So as I say, I think, safe to say, runs water, probably. There he is, guys. He's very cleverly managed to split the hook in the net. So I don't really need to get him out into the cradle. He's not, as I say, he's not a huge one, so we'll just slip him straight back. I'll show you the setup and see if we can get one of your bigger brothers or sisters, or even your mummy. Alright, here's the rig I'm using. So little 4-inch hook link on multi-rig style. So you can see that okay. So normal multi-rig setup, but I just put a little bit of silicone tubing there because it's supple material, so just to stop the hoop closing up too easily. And then I've also put a bit of shrink tubing over the knots as well, just to make it super neat. And that is onto that's a size 7 Fox swivel, 3.5 ounce Corda lead. And then today what I'm doing is I'm not going to loop them or anything. I'm just going to have, this is the Corda extra long tail rubber with some tungsten tubing on there. And then I'm just going to make the bags up on the actual rod rather than separately, which I might regret because it, obviously if we are prolific with fish, that's going to slow things down a little bit. But hey, we're in no rush, we're just here to have a little pleasure fishing session, so it ain't a match or anything. So yeah, hook is nice and sharp. I think that's a size 8 chod. Again, Corda, barbless rule here as well. No barbed hooks allowed here, which I'm fine with. I like, as you know, I love barbless hooks. So that is ready to go. Bait wise, I'm going to be using, I'm going to start off on the old 12mm Nash monster shrimp, which are now obviously discontinued. I bought these, I think these were discounted at Angling Direct the other week actually, but they seem to be doing the business. Had a few fish on these, so they seem to be working well. So it's just a case of screwing that on the bait screw. And then popping it in a PVA bag, which I'll show you. So using the speed load system, I made a video all about this, so if you haven't seen that, check that out if you're interested in the old PVA bags. So just hold that there, got a bit more. It's sort of hard to film this to camera. I know a lot of people sort of struggle with PVA bags, but with this speed load system it does make it dead easy. Like, you really can't go wrong. I mean, I did it first time. And after you've done a few, you get really good at them. So I'll just put the lead in there. It is harder with it attached to the line still, but you've got a little groove on the back here. You can put the silicone tube, your tungsten tubing in. So that'll do. Don't need too much in there, and it's just a case of flicking around there and twisting. Give it a lick, you don't want to see me licking it. And then twist, keep twisting it nice, and yeah, it gets nice and tight. Keep going, voila. Now that ain't the best bag, because I was doing it to camera. That is actually a bit baggy. It's probably the worst one I've done in a while actually. But as I say, if you concentrate a bit, it's better. And if you just squish the ground bait and pellet into there, give it a lick and stick on the corners, you can tighten it up a bit there as well. Same the other side, but we're only casting it out a few feet anyway into that corner. And that is ready to roll. I bought some of this the other day from the fishing shop. It's to keep your hemp oil to put in the PVA bags. So I'm going to use my syringe to inject a bit of this in there. Expensive stuff, like £9.49. That'll be good. I kind of just like the label on it really. But we all know that the carp do love hemp, so I'm sure it'll be good. If you use PVA bags, get yourself a syringe like this. Absolutely brilliant tool. Just the only thing is piercing the bag to start with. Go this side. There we go. I'm not going to put too much in because it's expensive. I'd imagine a little goes a long way with this. Okay. I'm getting this sticky hemp oil all over the camera as well. Hopefully it's not on the lens. This tree up above my head. Right, here we go. Hopefully I do a better cast than the last time, because it was rubbish and I didn't feel any drop whatsoever, so hopefully it's not too weedy out there. Okay, over towards those reeds again. Just in that corner. Right, that's that rod out. On this rod I'm going to try, I've got some of Westy's Wafters corn and cobs 10x14. People were going to go at me last week for reviewing Westy's bait mate and reel that I got, which I find quite amusing, because don't ever go at me when I review the sticky bait stuff or any other company stuff. Yeah. Anyway, should we use yellow or should we use brown? Let me know in the comments, what would you go, yellow or brown? I think I'm going to go brown to start, because we just had that fish and that was on a sort of match the hatch one, so we'll try the brown to start. Yeah, so yeah, as I said last week, I don't get paid by Westy or anything to use his products. Just a fan of his channel, and he's become a friend, and yeah, if his stuff was crap, I wouldn't use it. And also, if this don't catch fish, you're gonna see. So can't get fairer than that, really, can you? We all have our own favourite brands of bait and stuff, and I just like trying new things, and yeah, constantly putting new things on the channel. For those who've been watching the channel for a long time, it's not often that I do the same thing twice. Normally because it doesn't work. Anyway, that's that on there, little dumbbell wafter. Looks pretty good to me. It's got to be a bite. Well, the peace and quiet has ended. The aerator's come on. Hopefully that's not on for too long. That could either improve things or mess things up. We shall see. And if you're still here, please hit the like button, and if you're new, please hit subscribe as well. I bring out a new video every week, as long as everything goes to plan, usually Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. And yeah, be much appreciated. Also, I've got a Facebook group, Boilie Ben Fishing. The link is on the description on here. Send the invite thing, I'll accept you, and join that, and also update on there as well, and post pictures and stuff there. Cheers! You've got Mr. Robin here. Oh, there it goes. It was just on my rod a second ago. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said it's the runs water. Maybe that was a silly idea. About an hour or so has passed with bugger all. One beep on the left, and that is it. There's definitely still a carp or two over in those reeds. I've seen a couple of them moving about 5 minutes ago. But apart from that, melt. At least the aerator has gone off now, so hopefully it will return back to usual. There ain't really much of a breeze. Just looking at the ripples on the water, they are coming in this direction, so maybe that's alright. We've got a storm on the way apparently at the weekend, but it is flat calm at the moment. So yeah, come on Carp. Oh no, I've just been done. Damn. Damn. Well, I think there's a fair bit of weed down there. Yep. Damn, that's annoying. I just redid them and that went off after about 10 minutes. Ah, annoying. He got away with it. Hook's sharp though. Right, I'll try that again. The left hand one's in, just as I was doing that. It's funny, the guy next to me's just had a bite as well. It's funny how it goes. All seems to come at once sometimes. Just don't feel big. It's sort of nodding. Now it's plodding. Another comment. It all seems to be comments here. I don't know how many mirrors are in there. Oh, it's not that little. It's a bit of a chunky monkey. There's a damaged mouth on him though. Well, fish number 2. Okay. Nice one. Bit of a dodgy mouth on him. Had to get the pliers to get the hook out. But we got him. Alright, let's get him back because he's not happy. Right, excuse the noise. Aerator is back on. It's very quiet. I'm not seeing anyone else catching either. So I've decided to change things up. I'm going to go for the multi-rig with the bottom bait with half the pop-up on. So yeah, I'm going to stick that out. So pretty much the same, just minus no wafter and nice bit of a longer multi-rig. Semi-stiff material, tungsten sinker on there. Bit of stripped on there for movement. A little bit of silicone tube there to stop the bee from closing up. Ring swivel on there. Bait floss. Job's a good one. Well, maybe that was the right choice, swapping to the multi-rigs with the bigger bottom bait. Because we got another one. Well, I say we got another one, we've got to get him in the net first. Yay. Let me guess, is that another common? Yep, little one. Golden one. Let's go. Yeah. Lovely. Another wriggler. I'm not going to attempt to hold him up. There we go. Lovely. Alright matey, thank you very much. On that one I put like a little bit of PVA mesh and with some boilie crumb and some of our mix in it. Not really ideal with the very fine particles in this. Probably sort of comes through the mesh, but do the best. Obviously works, so we'll do exactly the same thing again. I think that hook bait's actually still alright on there as well, so I'll keep that on there. Wang it back out again. Like so. Scissors. not in this end. Normally forget to do that. Should have done that before I got the bag off, really. There we go, done. Alright. Just pop that on there. Actually, we'll just sort the net out before I do that, just in case we're getting indications on there. We might hook into one soon. Should sort the landing net out. Yeah, in again. On the right hand one. Have you found hooked it? No. It's come off. It's come off. Damn. That was weird. It was like we found hooked it. What's going on with this? Maybe. Well, I've had a bit of action so far. Yeah, the fish we had have been a bit smaller than usual. Normally the general sort of stamp of fish in here, they're all sort of like what you'd probably call like cricket bat commons, of a sort of decent size. Or maybe I'm getting used to catching bigger carp, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think they have that one that kept dropped off, and the first one, yeah, definitely on the smaller side for what's in here. I'm not sure what they go up to. I think there's rumoured to be like £30 or something, but I haven't actually, I don't think I've seen any pictures of those, or of that one, if there is anything that's £30 in it. But I think certainly like mid to late teens, possibly into the 20s, I don't know. I'm trying to think what the biggest I've had out of here is. So yeah, nice fish. I think mainly commons. I don't think I've had many mirrors out of here. And but yeah, it's not, we were sort of by a road on this side. You can go up the other end of the lake and you're further away from the road. But it's lovely, peaceful and quiet here. Nice location, nice sort of swims. Yeah, it's a nice place. They've got two other lakes here as well. I don't know if one's sort of a disabled lake, and then they got the other lake over there that's got a lot more sort of small, well, it's very heavily stocked with smaller carp. If you bring some maggots up here, you'll be catching non-stop. I came up here the other year and I don't know how many I caught. It was literally one after the other, after the other, after the other. It got too much after a while. But that's really lovely over there as well. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the video. It's nice being out on the bank still, and a bit of warmth still. I'm really dreading the winter. Yeah, autumn's in the air. The leaves are falling onto the lake. You can also do nights out here as well. They've got a lodge as well that you can rent. But for me, I think this is more of a daytime place for me. Often for me, I think some of the slower places are better for doing 24 hours. And some of the sort of the harder places. Oh, there we go, we're in. Come on, stay on. Don't come off. Yeah, I think if you're doing a night out here, you'd be up quite a lot in the night. I'd probably just end up bringing the rods in and getting a decent night's sleep. Come on, baby. Well, he's on. That's the first one on the left-hand rod, I think. Another comment. Yep. Get off that line. Don't wipe out my other rod. Got you. Got you. Lovely. He's a nice one. There we go. Bit of a wriggler again. Just weighed him for curiosity. £10. Pretty much bang on. Nice big mouth on him. Right, let's get you back. Is that one? False alarm again. That was a hell of a... It's got to be on, isn't it? Is it? Isn't it? Well, I think we'll have to redo it after that anyway. We'll have a look. Yeah, it's on. Even that hadn't quite pulled the bobbin up. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be a monster. Oh my god, it is little. Oh dear. That is a tiny one. How was that managed to eat? That's, what was it, 15mm boilie? Well, this one's been in the wars. Tiny little thing. There's my hand for reference. Absolutely diddy. You're being greedy trying to eat that big bait. Let's pop you back. Well, that's the left hand one that did the damage again. Cast it out, try not to get this stuck in the tray. Not much of a drop that I'm getting. I guess it must be very silty. Oh wow, I just recast this and had one on the drop. I was just sinking the line and thought, that's strange, why is the line coming up rather than going down? We just lost one on the right hand rod, but not on this one. Oh no, has it come out? It's come out again. Oh. I'm going to check the sharpness of these hooks. Me being lazy with the hooks again. What an idiot. Can't believe that. Damn, I should have had at least 3 more fish than I have. Bugger. This one won't come off because I've sharpened the hook. That didn't take long again. Aerator's back on. Come on, we don't want to lose you. And another common. All the people, so many people, they all go hand in hand. No, that's the wrong song, isn't it? Common, is that Common People? Or is that Park? That's Park Life, isn't it? Am I thinking of getting my Blur and Pulp mixed up? Wanna live like common people like you. That's the one, isn't it? This looks a nice one. Yeah, I was just trying out my new, I got a Nash sharpener, which I never really used, but then I bought an NGT sharpening kit, mainly just for the magnifying glass and the clamp to hold the hook. So I used the Nash sharpener, the clamp and the magnifying glass just to sharpen up the hooks. It seems to have worked. That's a nice. That's more the sort of type of fish I was on about that you usually sort of get in here. These sort of cricket-back commons. I don't know what this is. Do you reckon it's another £10 or do you reckon it's a bit bigger? We'll weigh him and find out if we get him in. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, give up. We nearly got you. We nearly got you. We nearly got you. We got you. Boom. this one, regular customer. Just weighed in £15. So yeah. Perfect. Nice fish. This is what we sort of came for, this sort of size of fish. Oh, let's put you back, matey, because you are a real ribbler. Boy, stay still now, well, I just redid this and put a size 10 chod hook on, along with a 12mm mainline cell wafter, and it's a smaller setup and it's got us a smaller fish as well. But a fish is a fish because it had gone a bit quiet. Is he in next door? It's funny how the bites seem to... I get a bite, next door gets a bite. It goes quiet, next door goes quiet. It's strange. He's only a little one. But he'll do. Come on, baby. Yes! There we go, guys. It's a little bit bigger than I thought, actually. I don't know. Wish we'd give him 4 or 5 pounds. Show you the setup I had that one on. So there you go. Little 12mm mainline cell wafter. Size 10 quarter choddy hook. Usual bit of tubing, stop it pulling closed, which it does on the fight anyway. Coated braided hook link with a bit of braid stripped just there. Tungsten sinker, inline lead, tail rubber, rig tubing, size 7 swivel, which seems to fit well inside the quarter lead. You still do have to sometimes give it a little squeeze with the pliers just to get it to fit in there snugly. All completely free running and safe. Anti-tangle sleeve on there, so it's quick change swivel for the rig. Job done. Very easy. Easy to change the hook as well. So I changed, obviously with a multi-rig I was able to change the hook without having to change the rig. I might do the same with the other one. I might actually put a straight boilie on the other one. There's a bottom bait, just to try. So for those who don't know multi-rig, basically what it is a loop on the rig. You then put your hook on, so you do that by putting a piece of bait floss or a bit of mono, something thin through it, because it can be tricky to get through the eye of the hook. Take your hook, I'll edit this together, through the front and out the back. Through there, like so. That's just basically a threading device. Take that off. A little bit of silicone tubing on there next. You don't have to put that on. The original multi-rig definitely doesn't have that. Some people also put a kicker on it as well. Again, that's not necessary. So that goes on there like so. Then your bait screw or ring swivel, or whatever means you want to use to attach your bait onto the D. Then it's just a case of make sure your D is not tangled. Put it over the hook, like so, and instead of pulling it quite tight to make a knot, you then just sort it all out, get it to where you want it to be, which is pull it to roughly, if this was a barbed hook, where the barb would be, like so. Bit more. And there you have it. A new hook on there. So I've changed the size of the hook. New hook without having to change the whole rig. So for someone who's lazy like myself, it's perfect. What I'll do, I'll leave the details for Alderwood, their website and everything in the description. All the rules, prices, location, everything is on there, so check that out. Yeah, having a nice little day, aren't we? It's getting towards the end of the day, so can we get one more between now and then? I'm sort of feeling semi-confident. I might slowly start to pack things away. I think, I don't know what times the gate opens today at 8 o'clock. I don't know if it opens earlier in the summer months, and it closes today at 5 o'clock. I know they do change it between like winter, autumn and summer. But like I say, you can also do 24 and I think 48 hours here as well. And you can also rent the lodge as well. I think I've actually got an area for caravans as well, I do believe. But again, all that's on the website, so check that out if you're interested. I'm not being paid to say this either, actually. I had to pay my money for the day ticket today. Also, this was the little sharpening set I got, NGT, like a tenner. I don't know if the files are any good. In fact, have I lost one of the files? I'm not sure. I think there might have been another file. Was it a flat one? But anyway, I only bought it really for the eyeglass. Okay, the magnifying glass, which is pretty decent. Actually, that's quite weird on there, isn't it? So that's alright, and the little clamp, the hook clamp, because I have got, a lot of people do recommend these, the Nash pinpoint file with fine side and regular side for sharpening hooks. Not that I'm an expert at sharpening hooks at all, only something I've had this for a while and not really bothered. But with bigger hooks you can get another fish or two out of them with this. It's probably actually cheaper to just buy more packets of hooks by the time you've bought this and this, but there we are. I've got it now. Well, in the car, unfortunately no last fish, but we had a few there, didn't we? The guy next to us, I think he had 5. I don't know how many we had. I'll have to watch the footage back. I think it was more than 5. I certainly, if I'd have landed the ones that I lost as well, it definitely would have been a very decent day. But I'm gonna have to get out of here because it is 3 minutes till 5 o'clock and I'm worried about getting locked in with the gate. So yeah, let me know if you fished it here, if you want to fish it here. Excuse me, I've still got this blooming cough. Anyway, I've got to get running. As always, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.